You could be an entrepreneur. So at that early stage, it wasn't an industry because not a lot of people were involved. Okay? So fast forward into the 90s. Come there about 1992. We've now had a few hands popping up around, messing about with cameras, trying to do stuff. So people are beginning to hear about things that happened here and there, but it wasn't very clear until about 1992, where a particular film made it as a blockbuster in Nigeria for the first time. Now, don't forget, before now, we had celluloid operations in Nigeria. We actually had film theaters, cinema houses, but they were defunct. They were not really functioning because there was not continuous production and supply. So everything went down. So the industry didn't take off. It didn't thrive before 1992. So 1992 is a very unique date in the history of Nollywood film industry. That was the year that a few young men like you changed the story of a whole country and now affecting the whole world. They decided, let's make this program, make this film, and put it out on tape, and put it out in the market. And they made a film called Living in Bondage. You can research that. It was after Living in Bondage was made, and people saw a home video. Wow! It was on TV. Really? I know that man. He was my neighbor. Oh, he can get on TV. I can get on TV too. Then everybody started rushing towards, I want to be part of it. I want to be part of it. So from 1992, you would notice an upsurge of interest within Nigeria to get involved in Nollywood industry today. Take a few steps away from 92, you come to 1994. Just 2 years after the explosion started, or after the seed was sown in that way, okay, fine, the first sprouting proper, another young man got involved with that team, joined them in making the third film in that home video thing that became another blockbuster, and consistently since 1994, he has been involved in Nollywood. So this young man saw Nollywood really evolve into creating associations, into expansions, making movies, into being to the point where Nollywood now makes up to 300 films a year. This young man has been there, working with Nollywood, developing himself, growing himself, training himself, and even in 2000, this same young man left Nigeria to the UK and introduced Nollywood to Europe and inspired a lot of people. Went back to Nigeria, inspired a lot of people, and some men took it up again into America, and you understand, taking the culture abroad. And today I have brought it here to France, even if this is the third time. So you see, it could just take one person to spark a change. So that young man from 1994, who just came in 2 years after, has done so much to expand and extend the growth of Nollywood internationally into the international community of filmmakers. And some of us are grateful for that young man. Otherwise, maybe we may not have been here today. Internationally, we might still have been in Nigeria. So what you're learning today, or what you're understanding today, I don't know where it's going to take us to as Nollywood or as a global filmmaking community of diversity, which is equally good, because you come to understand what makes us tick. And that young man from 1994 is standing before you today. Welcome to Nollywood.
Thank you.
Right. So we delve straight into. If we have any questions, we can take those questions. Otherwise, we'll proceed because we're going to be very fast today. Any questions? Any contributions? I know why you don't have questions. My class is boring. Yes. Say it now. Oh, he's a boring teacher. That's why I don't want to interact with him. I don't want to ask him any questions. That's the truth, isn't it? Oh, don't patronize me. I'm boring. Am I not? No, I am. Otherwise, I'm supposed you have to talk to me then. Okay, I'm annoying then. Okay.
How many movies have you produced?
Oh, good question. Since '94, I've been involved in a lot of movies, okay, in different capacities. I've had to train, because it was early, we didn't have a lot of skill sets in the industry. So I had to train as a makeup artist, I've trained as a set construction expert, I've trained as an editor, I've trained as a producer, as a director, as a continuity personnel, as script supervisor. I've trained virtually in all the departments. So I've had the opportunity to work in a lot of movies, but in different capacities. But as a producer, I don't think I've produced any film where I have taken the title as a producer. But I've gone above that and made something as an executive producer, which means I funded films. Okay, a senior officer of the producer. So I've made quite a number of films like that. Now, I can't remember how many now, but I know it's well over 5 or 6. But you have my name already, so you can also add that to your extended research you're going to have to do later. Many of you, or any of you could write a paper tomorrow about all these. Then I've been privileged to work in the capacity of a director for countless number of films. I can't remember how many anymore. You understand? Because I've been actively involved for well over 20 years. Right? So that's it. But the dynamics of Nollywood is what we are trying to transfer to you now. Okay? You have Hollywood, you have Bollywood, you have the Chinese film industry. These 3 film industries have one thing in common. Who knows? Yes, please.
They are producing films.
Yes, that's a good commonality. Yes.
They're producing a lot of films.
A lot of films, good. It's coming together.
Typical films from their country.
Typical films from their country. Unique answer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another person. Anything else? Yes? Okay. Any other? Sorry?
They make a lot of money.
They're making a lot of money. Good. That is coming because there's an answer I'm shopping for. That's coming because something is happening that's making them be on the same level. What makes them come together like they're equal, like they're mates or contemporaries? Hollywood, Bollywood, Chinese film industry. Come in front of the camera, please. Chinese film industry, British film industry, Japanese film industry, the Western world, the film industry in the Western world. What makes them feel like they are on the same level, and therefore any other film industry that is not on that level doesn't belong?
Globalization.
Globalization. Okay, that is a concept which they address a lot. Okay, because they have the means to address it. Thank you very much, but that's still not the answer I'm looking for. Good. Yes.
Maybe there are lots of populations in those countries. For example, there are lots of inhabitants in Asia.
This close to bringing an idea to what I'm looking for. Population equals what? In economics, population equals what?
Money.
Bingo! I got smart artists. He's a smart man. You guys are smart. You guys are pretty wonderful. Give us another round of applause. Come on, come on, come on. Which practice? That's it. Now these guys, they have a lot of money. So you see, Avatar, $350 million. Give me the name of a good film.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Original.
Titanic, $500 million.
Avengers.
$750 million. I'm just throwing numbers, but they're all in hundreds of billions of dollars.